xSynistr here, back again with another Call of Duty Black Ops video. So, since the last video I put out, I have been watching countless videos of some of the best players in Call of Duty Black Ops Domination, trying to boil down what the best players are doing. Kind of an essential traits video, essential toolbox that should be incorporated into my game to help me be a better player. First thing I noticed, it was the ability of these players to use cover and concealment and movement to reduce their exposure to enemy fire and hit detection. I'm going to call this dynamic edging. In this clip, I'd like you to pay particular attention to Fear Crad's ability to move within and out of cover, always on the move, and movement from one concealed area or one area of good cover to the next. The next two items go hand in hand, reloading under cover and grenade throws under cover or concealment. We discussed this briefly in my last video and how important it was to enter a gunfight prepared. Things that prevent preparation in a gunfight are throwing and rushing into an area, contested area, or reloading in an area open to enemy fire. One surprising thing I noticed from some of the best players was that very few of them are what you would consider rushers. Most of them do what I'd like to call area patrols. They find segments of the map that they can monitor the ingress and egress areas, and they cover and patrol within those designated areas. They recognize their line of sights. They use dynamic edging, cover, and concealment for their benefit. When a player rushes through the map, it's nearly impossible to use cover and concealment effectively. One of the fundamental traits that I noticed with some of the best players in this game was their ability to feather the trigger control. By feathering the trigger, you reduce the muzzle flip, or how much the reticle moves off the target at range. This increases your accuracy and increases hit detection on the enemy. This is an essential trait to being a good player at Call of Duty. The next fundamental trait that I recognized in all of these players was their ability to offset cover. And when using cover, it's not always necessary to run right up next to it and frame yourself to the enemy. Better yet is to offset from the cover to reduce the sight picture your enemy has of you, yet still using the cover to its full effectiveness. By offsetting cover and concealment, it also allows you to move away from a gunfight without having to move away from the cover first. You're able to move forward or laterally or retreat. It opens your field of movement. This next tip I almost put at the end until I realized how critical it was. By choosing a game type within Black Ops, choosing the lobby leaders and changing your filter to everyone, you're able to go and actually view the recent games of some of the best players in this game. Watch their gameplay, review it, watch what they're doing on different game types. Not only are you going to notice some of the similar things we've talked about in this video, but you're going to learn new things. Some of the equipment they're using, most of them are using motion sensors to incorporate their cover and patrol areas. Learn from this. Learn what they're doing, not only so you can incorporate it into your game, but now then you'll have the ability to counter it if you run up against one of the good players or players using similar styles. Now, these last three tips are, I consider, some of the most important in this video. One of the tricks in beating a cornered opponent, one with, let's say, is camping with a motion sensor in a corner. The trick to beating him almost 100% of the time is pre-fire and hip-fire. When you turn the corner, begin your firing before you find the target, hip-fire, do not ADS until you've already hit him a couple times. You win the gunfight. Secondly, move when you're in a one-on-one confrontation. Whether it's a drop shot, whether it's jumping, whether it's laterally strafe fire. This not only reduces your hit detection, it also allows your healing component to engage, which increases the amount of times you have to be hit to die. Finally, in every close quarter combat school I've ever attended, there was one singular mantra: smooth equals fast. The same applies in this game. Think smooth. Think when you go through a doorway, check your corners smoothly, don't just rush around. Use cover and concealment effectively. but smooth in this game equals fast. Hopefully, I hope some of these tips will help you become a better player in Call of Duty. Until next time, I hope to catch you on Xbox Live.